That is just a sample of what you can expect with Festival de Mariachi in La Isla. And the coordinators behind this wonderful affair are joining us right now. It's so good to have you guys here. We have the professor of music, the assistant professor, professional professor of first-year seminar, and the performing arts director joining us. That's Dr. Ray Morales, Amanda Marquez, and Jim Moore. Guys, thank you so much for being here. What a wonderful event, a cultural celebration. If you could, how did this get kicked off? It was a tour that y'all went on.
Yeah, we actually got a grant from the Association of Performing Arts Professionals, and so this grant allowed us to go to Guadalajara and learn from the festival that's there in Guadalajara every year, and it's a week or two long festival that occurs, and it's an amazing festival of music and dance and all those things. So we got that grant, came back and said, let's start our own festival.
Well, did you go in with any kind of preconceived notions? We know what we do in South Texas. How are we going to blend this culture into ours? What was your takeaway?
Well, definitely we wanted to take that sort of historical perspective of what's happening in South Texas, but Amanda and Ray can talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, well, yeah, let's get into it. What impressed you the most about that, and when you came back, you're like, we have to incorporate this?
I think what was particularly, powerful to me, is I'm a trained historian, and so going, being involved in sort of developing a festival of our own here in South Texas, I would guess, from that lens as a historian, I was thinking, how can we honor the way in which people in South Texas, celebrate, venerate mariachi music in its form here, but also, Guadalajara, Jalisco is considered the birthplace of mariachi, and so trying to, I guess, take a page from the community there and sort of the way in which they celebrate and the connections between that community and our community, and just seeing the way that generations of folks in Guadalajara revere mariachi music, and it's so ingrained in the culture, and I would say here in South Texas it's very similar.
And carrying on that tradition, and so the talent that we have here, because there's a lot of local schools and universities that we're featuring, right?
Absolutely. So this year we have a wonderful assortment of ensembles coming to our festival. So we have on, of course, Friday night, our featured concert is with Mariachi Las Salteñas, and then we have on Saturday, we have a CCISD, all-city middle school mariachi coming in there, Mariachi Estrella del Mar. We also have Carroll High School here in CCISD coming in to be a part of this program. We also have La Jolla, Palmview High School. We have Edinburgh North mariachi. We also have there's a good amount. There's Del Mar College, there's A&M Kingsville, A&M Corpus Christi. We have our final concert coming in that night is Azteca de America, which is another fantastic group from the San Antonio area. So this year we're really happy to bring in so many wonderful, talented groups and musicians to be a part of this festival. And we've had a blast kind of organizing it and bringing all these.
I was going to say, I would also imagine it's a chance for these performers to see the other competition out there, if you will, but to see how they can elevate their game a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. And even though this is not a competition necessarily, it's a showcase. I think it's so valuable to have, like, especially the younger middle school students see the variety of levels the mariachi students showcase, and to know, like, hey, I'm just starting off this year, this is where I want to be when I get to high school, this is where I'll be when I get to college. Hey, I could play professionally in a mariachi, so that's always really nice to see that.
And y'all hinted on this, but it sounds like this wouldn't be possible without that grant, without the money coming in.
Absolutely. That is really the thing that kind of laid all those seeds for what we've done. So we've taken the first festival that we did, and it had to be virtual because of the pandemic. So, but what we've done is we've grown that now so that what Ray was sort of hinting at is that Mariachi Las Salteñas, besides performing, is also leading a master class for middle school and high school students. So they get to learn from people who are making a living at it and are playing at the highest levels. So we've taken it from this little nugget to something that we've really grown, and we're showing a free movie on Thursday night, Canciones de Mi Padre, Linda Ronstadt's Ode to Mariachis. So we've really taken and expanded the offerings.
And two platicas and a grito contest, what's involved with that?
So with the Pláticas, we're going to have two. The first is going to be with Abel Acuña, who's the director of Mariachi Oro in Edinburgh. They were featured in the documentary at the Sundance Film Festival and also at South by Southwest. It's called Going Varsity in Mariachi, and it's been very well received. And so that will be the first plática. The second will be with Mayra Garcia Adame, who is the director of the group in La Jolla, and also part of the group, her own group called Mariachi Mariposas, and also local artist, singer Margaret Rodriguez, who leads her own group, Mariachi y los Mariachi CC.
So this is a 3-day festival. Is there any one group that you're looking forward to the most? Any fan favorites? Y'all can take your pick.
Well, I'm anxious. There's two things. I'm so excited to have Mariachi Las Norteñas back with us. They played their own concert a year ago. So well received and such great players, and I'm excited to see them. At the same time, we've got an entirely different lineup of college, high school, and middle school students. So I'm really excited to see what that looks like, because we're seeing from last year to this year just completely different people. So I'm excited to see all those new faces.
Wonderful. Well, look, this event is on the 13th of April. That's
Starts
this
on the
week,
13th.
Thursday. It runs through Saturday, the 16th. We wish y'all nothing but the best. And as a special treat, we're going to leave some of y'all with another sampling. Barbie and Rudy will be right back after this.